Hey y'all, welcome to episode 8 of the Mountain Sage Fiber Co podcast. My name is Elizabeth and this is my corner of YouTube where I chat about my whips and plans of things that I want to knit or crochet and show some of my yarn that is in the shop or heading to the shop. So grab some knitting and come chat with me for just a little bit while we visit this week. So I have been working on a few things, and both knitting and dyeing, but I'm not ready to show you the stuff that I've been dyeing yet because I haven't officially released anything yet for this new collection, but I'm super excited about it. But first things first, let's go through what I have been working on this week. So it was a little bit of a busy week. We are trying to get our house on the market. So I have been busy getting some things painted, and today has been a crazy morning. I have been working outside and cleared a whole bunch of just trash, I guess, for lack of a better word. Our realtor dropped a trailer in our driveway, so I'm loading all of that stuff up that needs to go to the dump. So that's what I spent this morning doing. I've got some yarn in the dye pans right now. So I haven't sat down to knit yet today. Hopefully that's coming this evening. But this week I did work on a couple of things. I did not touch my Cozy Memories blanket this week. That has been kind of put to the side. But I did work on my SpunFlora top. And mainly I've been working on a pair of socks with my landscape architecture sock set for the month of April. It's the Cottage Garden Sock Set. So we'll get to that in a second. But that's mainly what I've been working on this week. So first, here's where I am on my SpunFlora. So I got a little bit more done on the color work. Oh, it's that. Okay. So got a little bit more done on the color work. It's looking so beautiful. So this is, oh, I don't want to lose some stitches. This is out of my yarn in the color, the main color is Skein, some skeins that I had. This is my Sage DK base. And then the color work, the contrasting color, is out of Sunstone Glow. And this is in Sage Sock. So I'm holding it double to get DK, and it is working out perfectly. So there's those two together. So pretty. Yeah, so I'm excited about this one. Easy, very easy pattern. Working up. I'm a little slower with color work, so it's taking me a little bit longer, but it's a very easy pattern, and this is coming out really nicely. Yeah. Okay. So the other thing that I've been working on this week, oh, that's not it. The other thing I've been working on is my Cottage Garden socks. And I am obsessed with how these are knitting up. Usually when I do socks out of hand-dyed yarn, I expect there to be an element of pooling somewhere. It's just more likely than not, it's inevitable. And I think, in my opinion, pooling, I think, really depends on, yes, how the yarn is dyed a little bit. There's a little bit of wiggle room there to prevent pooling. But in my opinion, most of the time pooling is due to gauge, tension, and number of stitches on your needles. So most of my socks, I usually knit them on, when I first learned how to knit socks, I was using a 2.5 millimeter needle and I would do 64 stitches, which is fine. But as I've just been knitting socks for years, I have decided that I kind of like them just a little bit snugger. So this pair, I went down to a 2.25 millimeter needle and stayed at 64 stitches. And I'm really, really happy with that. And so I am not sure if the change in the needle size is why these are coming out so amazing, or honestly, if it's the way I dyed the yarn, because I did do something a little bit differently when I dyed the yarn. But here is the cottage, so far my Cottage Garden sock. So I love, when I have a contrasting color, I love doing a little pop of color there at the top. But look at that. So pretty. So I'm maybe an inch from the toe. And so here's the heel. Oh my goodness. And it's just, it's not pooling. It's perfect. And I love how it's just got this aged, like modeled look to it. It's so perfect. Like, I love it so much. So standard heel flap and gusset. So the yarn, this is actually my first time to use my Sage Twist base, and I'm loving this for socks. It feels good on the needles, and I can tell it's just, because it's a 2-ply, I can tell it's a little bit sturdier. I don't split my stitches, which I normally don't have issues with that anyway, but the 2-ply really prevents any splitting. And it just feels so good, like slipping off the needles. There's something about it that just feels so good. So here's the main cake. So it's mossy gardeny greens with tons and tons of speckling of lavender and a deeper purple and some pink. And I think I think I threw a little bit of mauve in there just for like a moody medium between the bright pink and the purples. So, oh my goodness, it's so pretty. And then the mini skein is this beautiful, almost kind of bubblegum pink color. It's actually, sorry, my foot's falling asleep. Actually, the main color in here is mauve, and then I added in some brighter pink, and the pink really took over, which is perfect. And the mauve ended up being more of an undertone. So came out so beautiful. So there are 3 of these still in the shop. There's 2 on, let me take the back. There's 1 on Sage Sock and there's 2 on Sage Twist. So if you are interested, head on over there and there are some available for you. Okay. So that is basically what I worked on this week. I did go to Wednesday, I went to my local yarn shop, which is 3 Loves, and I knit for a few hours with the ladies there, and I met some new friends and had a great time. Everyone was so friendly and so nice, and I'm really looking forward to making that a regular thing. And while I was there, evidently the day before they had gotten in a shipment of like leather totes and some other like leather knitting products. And I've been wanting one of these for a long time. And most of the ones that I have seen on Etsy they're done out of fabric, which is fine. But I just never really had found one that just captivated my interest until I saw this one. So I got a needle holder. And obviously this is leather, which is what sold me on it, because this is going to last. It's beautiful. It feels good. And this was just perfect. So the brand is the Redesigned Project. And I don't think there's, okay, so cover up the price. So there's their Instagram. Focus. The redesign. It's redesigned_project is their Instagram. So if you're interested, there's a sweet little leather tag. Yeah, so it's got, you know, the wall hanger and then the snap closure. But it's got the US size and the millimeters on it. And then all these slots. And it's just so beautiful. So beautiful. So I had to snag one of those. I haven't obviously put anything in it yet. It's just hanging on my wall. There it is. So pretty. So it's just hanging here right now. And then hopefully later today, if I have time, I will load it up with things. I still have all of my cables, most of my cables in, and it's sitting right over there, and I can't get to it without knocking the camera over. I still have all of my cables and things in that little like plastic, that clear plastic like Knit Picks tote. Like for those of you who have a set of the Knit Picks interchangeables, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's the plasticky like little zipper pouch that everything comes in. And I've had it for, oh my gosh, like 14 or 15 years. And so it's time for that to go. So I'm excited to get everything out of that and get it loaded into my new holder. I mostly now use ChiaoGoo needles, and so I have the interchangeable set of that, and it comes in a fabric zipper case, which is so much nicer to carry around. So I'm gonna squeeze as much as I like loose needles that aren't on cables, the tips. I'm gonna try and squeeze as many of those into there as possible. Because this Knit Picks pouch has definitely seen better days, and it is time for it to go out to pasture. Okay, so let's see what else. Oh, I did work a little bit on my pocket sock. I don't know where I left off last week when I showed you this, but this just kind of travels around with me. So I'm working on the foot now. So there's that one. This is a yarn from Lolo Did It. I have a ton of her yarn. I used to buy from her all the time. So it's really pretty. Yeah, so okay, so that's what I worked on this week. So plans, I have a couple of things that I am really looking forward to starting. I have no idea when, so it's almost like I could call these plans, I mean, they're gonna happen because I've got the yarn sitting here ready to go. But it's almost at this point, I would classify it as dream knitting because I'm not ready to cast it on yet. But I want to so bad. Okay, so I dyed up a few extra skeins of cyclamen. And they all look so different because they're twisted a little bit differently, but they're all dyed the same. So I dyed up 4 skeins of cyclamen because I want to do a no frills sweater. I'm not planning on holding it with mohair. I've used mohair on some hats and I really like it there. I don't know if I would get too warm with it in a sweater. So I'm gonna leave out the mohair and I'm just gonna go in with the wool. But yeah, No Frills Sweater. Really excited about that. I've just been in such a stockinette mood lately. I love cables and complicated construction and challenges. I love all of that. But lately, for some reason, I've just been in a stockinette or garter stitch mood. So No Frills Sweater with that. And then whatever free time that I seem to find, I am really trying to work down some things in my stash. So I was down here a while ago just looking, shopping my own stash, and I came across this skein that's been sitting here forever and thought that would be the most perfect Musselburgh hat. And since I finished my last one and my needle is sitting empty, why not cast on another one? So I'm going to use this. This is another Lolo Did It. And this is the colorway Aurora Borealis. So you can see I bought this in 2020, a while ago. And it's got stellina in it, which hopefully the camera is picking up. Beautiful skein of yarn. And I was thinking that this is too pretty to be socks that would just be tucked under pant legs. Like, and I didn't want to knit mittens with it. Because I feel like this needs to be like up and visible because this palette is so gorgeous. So I'm going to do a Musselburgh hat with it. It is, let's see, does it say? It's a 75, 20, and then 5% stellina, and it is 438 yards. So chances are I'm going to run out and I'm going to have to find something to finish it off with, which I have this mini, also from Lolo. So maybe I'll finish it off with, this is called Leprechaun. I might finish it off with this one. It's 92 yards. I think that would be enough. So I don't want to do math on camera. 438 plus 90. I think that that's going to give me exactly, probably even more than what I need. So yeah, Musselburgh. So really excited about that one. Next week's video, maybe I'll started it. I don't know. We'll see. Like I want to, okay. Does anybody else feel the same way? Like you want to cast on something so bad, but it's like, there's a part of you that feels guilty for casting on something new, and you've got like, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 tops on the needles, 2 socks on the needles, a Cozy Memories blanket. I think I've got a couple other pairs of socks that have been sitting in timeout for a little while. I mean, do I need to cast on something new? No, absolutely not. I don't. But it's so pretty. So tell me down in the box, yay, just go for it, like with reckless abandon, or be responsible and finish something before starting this. I don't know. Sometimes I can be a responsible knitter. More often than not, I am not a responsible knitter. Okay. I think that's all I've got. I mean, a lot of this stuff back here, because I really want to knit down stash. A lot of this stuff back here, I've thought about what I want it to be. Maybe I should make a whole video about that. Because I've got things over here that I want to do, like shawl pairings. Like I love the oh shoot, what is that pattern name? All About That Brioche. I think it's by Lisa Haynes, All About That Brioche. Such a simple shawl, but so good. So I've got a couple of, pairings over here that I've been eyeballing for that. I've got some yarn up here that I'm thinking of doing like a color block sweater. I've got more yarn over here. Like there's a whole grouping over here that I'm saving for a Sunset Highway. Maybe I need to do, maybe next week's video just needs to be all about that. Like pattern and yarn pairings from my stash. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. I would be interested in watching that because I'm nosy. I love seeing what people have in their stash. Love it. Like I could sit there and watch that all day long, but you know, that's not everybody. So tell me, do you think that would be a good idea for next week's video? Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to knit enough to fill a chunk of time for a YouTube video, but I think that might be a fun idea. Yeah. Okay, I've been rambling. We're at almost 22 minutes. So hit the like and subscribe button, and leave a comment. All of those things tell the algorithm to push this out to more knitters and crocheters, which would really help me and really help my brand. So give me some love, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.